Welcome back to the workshop. We'll start with the sticky person, and simple enough, we're just using firewood really. We've got a body, legs and arms, and the head we'll sort in a minute. So now these are actually smaller than my dowel cutter, which was the tool we were using. The dowel cutter, they're much smaller. So what we're going to actually do is just pare these off with a knife. So they're around about 16 millimeters. So we'll drill some 16 millimeter holes in this. This is going to be the body. So we've got the arms and some legs. So that's what we'll do first. So 2 arms. So we can decide which way we want the arms. You can have them up like this, down like that. So this one I just think I'll do like that. There's one arm. Do another arm. Maybe this direction. Two legs. I think this bit's a bit blunt, all the steam's about. So there's arms, legs, and then we'll put a neck in the top here. So that's the body drilled ready. Now, as I said, we're not going to use a dowel cutter. We're just going to pare the ends. There's one arm. Now it's nice to keep the little knuckles on as sort of a hand feature. So this is one of them. We just pare that down with a knife to fit in. Try and get it as accurate as we can. There we go, that sticks in there. The other hand, again, the other arm. Stick that in there. Legs, they don't need much paring to fit in. Do it that way around, I think. And I'll prepare the bottoms as well to stick it into a stand, so I'll just make that about 16 as well. A neck. I'll use a bit of this for the head. Now it's handier to cut the mouth into the head beforehand rather than working on the tiny little piece. Now as we can see, mouths, just simple cuts, which we'll do here. So cut like that, and then an angled cut to meet that. 2 eyes. Right about there. And a nose, of course. And then we'll drill the neck hole as well. in there to attach to this neck. We'll do that again before we cut it, it's much handier. Now we have all the holes, we can just chop off the head at the right size. Up here, I think. Now I think it's quite nice sometimes to just pare off the edges as well. Just gives it a better finish. So all I'm doing is just taking off the edges. Just like that. Now we can pop the head on. We're getting there. Now stand, little stand, so I just used an offcut. The wood that I found, chopped it up, nothing special. And then we can just drill where that wants to go. Mark it first. So we follow the angles we can see. So we can see to stand up like that, this angle wants to be there, and the hole wants to be there. And then this one here is more straight down, so it'll be about there. So this was at that angle pretty much. This one straight down. So as I say, this one goes in that direction, this one more like that. And then we'll knock it on. And trim it off at the end there. Always laid back, very laid back. Just a little bit of nose now, a little bit of stick there. And pop that in for his nose. So as I say, that's the basic sticky man. We're going to do a garden gate and some sort of arch, so for the garden again. So here I've been busy. I've started assembling, same techniques as last time, dowel cut ends, and I have this piece so far. This is to be the gate, and I thought a nice feature would be cut a heart from a piece of oak. Now I'm actually fixing these with little metal pins, and I've just drilled them in, and I'm just going to fix these in as well. As we can see, there's a metal pin there, and these slide on, and then they'll just fit with the dowels as well. So I've already drilled these. We just need to assemble it. So I have the holes in here to fit the dowel ends. I have the holes here to fit these pins. What I'll do is I'll probably put the pins in there first. And we can assemble this with the hammer again. there we have that. This is now a segment that will fit in here. And then I have a top. I thought a nice sort of curve on the top would be nice. So I need to just mark where the dowels sit on each one and then drill it and pop it together again. So I'll get on that. So these dowel ends, I've gone for the larger size, so these are 1 inch. So I have 1 inch spade bit here, and I'll just drill this one side. Goes all the way through. And clean up the breakouts with the knife. As always, cutting away from the meat. Cut the chamfer ends on these to help them run into the holes, just with a knife there. One side done. I'll now mark where the holes want to be on the second side. This needs to come up again. There's a good bit of play in the greenwood, so we're okay there. Now, that went together quite nicely. There's a gate with a nice little heart feature in there. Next thing I thought we'd do is some sort of garden arch. I have a rough sketch, so that's sort of what I'm aiming for. So I have the materials cut. Now, one of the features is the wire piece, like the back of the chair. Now the thing with these is, as you can see, these are at angles, so they're not parallel to actually close on. So you have to sort of maybe make it slightly smaller with one, and then you go in and you have to come in like that. So we put that in there, and then we'll bring this one in. Oh, it wants to go the other way around actually, and then we can knock that on. So again, we're making up features that we can add in. So this one there, these are my sides. So that's going to go about there.
I have 2 more dowel end cuts. These will go probably there and maybe about there. So now with this, what I'm using here is much bigger than the dowel end. So I'm going to use the shave horse, and we're just going to take it down a bit so that the dowel cutter doesn't have so much work to put the dowel end on. So there's my end, and I want to take it down to something like the dowel cutter size. So I just chip away. And then you can loosen it off, turn the work, you can adjust it with this. And then take off another bit. Now if we don't have the shave horse, we can just use the axe and do pretty much the same. Just taking off a little bit at a time. It's a bit big for this really, so now we're getting it smaller so that our dowel cutter can work away. Now it's a smaller size, but this doesn't have quite so much work. We can work away and dowel cut the end. So now we have our components. We have the dowel cut ends. We'll be putting that in about there. So I'll line it up as it wants to be. It's got a curve in that there. I want to keep it straight. So I might tuck something under there with a scrap. Just to keep it straight. So this probably go in somewhere like that, and these round about there. So I'll mark these off and then drill. Now, there's that knocked together. Just need to make another one now. So I have a top that I've made up here, like the back of a chair almost. So I didn't bring these through just because I thought it'd be nicer if we didn't see them. It'd be nice to just see the whole piece of wood. And what I'm going to do now is I'll drill these to accept these ends. So I can mark those, and they want to be at right angles. So they'll be going in about there, like that. So I can mark them. I have my holes. I can attach it to the sides now. Now with these, I'm going to just use some little tacks just to make sure they don't come undone. So I'll just pop these in here so that they catch the dowel end. So, now what I'm going to do with this gate, I'm not actually going to hang it as a gate. I'm going to decorate this fence here just to make it look better than just a normal fence. I'll probably fix that there, just with decking screws. So to accompany the gate, the force gate, we're going to use some of these. I have piles of trimmings that I cut before the 1st of March, which is our cutting season, and to use them up I'm actually going to radiate them out apart away from the gate so it looks like a sticky fence.